Hello and welcome to day 3 on Calmlands. Last night we were interrupted by the rain on the final field that we were looking to plough. So let's get down there, get that field finished off as we've got some nice sunshine beaming in the sky through the trees. So day 3 on Calmlands, we'll get the ploughing finished and then hopefully we might get some seed in the ground with our £2,327. So we'll be chopping down trees until we've got the money for some seed. Let's go. Get this field finished. We can then do the field samples. I think we've sampled one field, the one straight ahead. We should get the other 3 sampled. And pray for no rain. All these little bits I missed as I was rushing through to try and get it done before the rain came. Let's just get a little bit before we go too far. Picturesque scenery. What a nicer place to have fun. Last bit. Then we can do our soil samples. Little tuft. Disconnect the plough and head over to the sampler. So, we have the top 2 fields sampled, I believe. So let's, can actually overlap here. Let's go further into the field. The more we can get, the better. get this last little section. All in. Might be able to get it, so we just need to do 2 more. Can we get the top corner and the bottom corner in? Got it. Right, we are now sampled, so we can fold up the tool. We'll run that back to the shop and return it. No longer required. Whilst we're up there, we'll need to look at, I tell you what. We'll have a look in the shop now before we leave, just to see what is available second-hand cultivators. Let's just have a quick look. Nothing, we just have drills. Drills and seeders. Okay, so we're going to want cultivators, but we have 60 horsepower. And very little in the way of tooling. Here we go. That might be the one we're going for at 3,000. We don't have the funds. Yeah, we don't have the funds. So we're going to need to chop down another tree. I think what we'll do then, we'll lease the cultivator. And we'll see you at the shop. Right, here we go. Let's return. The soil sampler. But first of all, we need to send the soil samples. Lower it down. Return the tool. Leased. Return, yes. Okay. So now we need to lease a cultivator. So what width we got? We've got 2.5 or 3 meters. I think let's go for a 3 meter. We've got the required horsepower. We're not going to change the colour. Lease is going to cost us 73 quid per hour. So if we lease that for a day, that should do all the fields. Get them cultivated, and then we can fertilise them. Ready. So, let's head on back to the farm and start some cultivating. Keep going. So here we are, we're back at the farm. We'll see what we can get cultivated today. And then we're going to need to look at fertilising what we have. We've also got to start thinking about somewhere where we can use as a yard. There's going to be a lot of tree chopping, I think, is going to be on the cards here. We're going to need to get a fair bit of money to be able to actually even think about purchasing a barn. So let's go onto the field and lower the cultivator. Field 1 complete. Right. If we move on to the next one, we're making good time. So hopefully, by the end of today, we'll have all of these cultivated and ready for the line. So again, we'll do 3 headlands and then chip in halfway down the field. two bigger fields are going to be the ones that are going to take the time. Obviously, with just the little 3-metre cultivator, it's going to take us a little bit longer. Once we're on the verticals, we'll be alright. We'll be alright. Right, so field 2 complete. Two fields to go, 12:15. Let's move on. Field 3 complete. Whether we get field 4 done before nightfall will be another matter. But again, we'll stick to the same recipe for 3 headlands and then up and down. Very much an episode of gameplay tonight. As we've rented or leased the cultivator, seems appropriate that we get the field work done, and then we can move on to making some money so that we can purchase or hire the equipment that we're going to need to actually build the farm up. Get on to building that yard. I'll just time-lapse this last field and see where we are then. She starts to struggle a little bit going up the hill here, but nifty little David Brown, she's managed to handle it quite well. We've got all 4 fields ploughed and cultivated. Fuel's now starting to drop a little bit, so we're going to need to go and get some of that. What we will do, we will load the cultivator up onto the back of the trailer, if we can get it on there, which I think is actually not going to happen, looking at the size of the cultivator, so we might just have to return it from where we are. But we're going to take a load of wood up to the shop, because it's only 3:30, so we're quite safe for time. That will get us a little bit of money, and then we can have a look at what our next stage will be. So we've just got one more run up this side of the field. As I say, a very gameplay heavy episode this week. Made sense that we leased the cultivator, so it made sense just to use it, get all the fields done, so that we can move forward. But we will chop down a tree shortly. We will, oh, she's slipping a little bit. as we did sort of higher up the hill there, she really did struggle and had to drop a gear or two just to sort of pull through that last little bit. But I'm still very impressed with our little 60 horsepower David Brown. I mean, the David Brown is actually based on a John Deere. So field finished. This little David Brown, yeah, it's based on the little John Deere 10 something. But I've enjoyed using it so far. What we will do, we will take this back to the trailer. I don't think, let's just get that little bit out there. We don't want any sort of nasty surprises when we come to plant some crops. Take that out. And look where we go forward from this point. So, fields prepped and ready. Lime to be spread on there, just so we can plant our first crop. Now, I don't think for the life of me there's any chance of this fitting on the trailer. But mind you, we need to put the wood on the trailer, so we just must make sure that we return this before session end. So I'll just pull it up beside the trailer. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take the trailer up above the log cabin, because we're going to want to put our yard up there. So we've cleared a few trees down the bottom here. We'll clear a few trees up the top, because that is where we're going to want to put our buildings. So the yard will be within the woodland there. But where do we want to enter it? Did we want to enter it from the bottom here? Let's take a jolly up the side of the hill, through the woods. This may be a little steep. We need to know where's the flattest area. Well, it's kind of here. So where's the cabin? Cabin's there. So I reckon we want to be behind the cabin. Just here. So we'll take that there tree first. I want it to fall. Not very level, but we might have to do some land levelling. It's not going to be too much of an issue. So I say we clear these ones. So we'll take this one down first. Again. Let's clear the branches. And away we go. So, we'll take this to the shop. We shall purchase. We will sell this, not purchase. We don't purchase anything at the minute. But we want to work out what our next plan of action is. For day 4. So, undo the ratchet straps. Head on over. And then we can sell that last piece. So that's given us 3,000. We're gonna need diesel. So we'll head off and get some diesel. Get me some diesel. Fill her up. So, we'll just head back to the farm and we need to return the cultivator. So it's been a successful day. We've got the fields cultivated. We've got the cultivator. We can return the cultivator. So yeah, we've done well today. So what we'll do, we'll head back down, pick up the cultivator, run that back, and day 3 is complete. So here we are, end of day 3. We've got the cultivation done. We did the ploughing on day 2. Got that completed. So, tomorrow we need to hire the Vicon, get the fertiliser spread, get another couple of trees chopped down. I think that will give us a little bit more money as well. And we can then begin to move forward. Thank you for watching this survival series. Back again in a week's time for day 4. Thank you for joining me.